So what's going on everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be talking about the new Ghost Recon game that was just introduced to us, Ghost Recon Frontline, and I will try to keep this as civil and as informative as possible, but as you can probably tell man, I am not happy about this whatsoever. It is not just me. If you saw the livestream up on Ubisoft page, you know just how mad people were. There were plenty of guys leaving some puke emojis on that thing, which to be honest, I cannot blame them. The Ghost Recon franchise has never been, in my opinion anyways, so out of touch like this before. Yeah, I keep wrapping my head around why they are selling us this type of content, because this is not what we want. This is a complete 180, and I hope I'm wrong, I really do, but I think this game is going to fail right from the start. I think it's going to die off as soon as it releases, and it is going to be a distant memory in our minds. Now for those who don't know what I'm talking about and haven't watched the release video yet, I will be leaving a link down below in the pinned comment, and that is going to take you directly into the trailer for the new game. If you haven't watched it, you can check it out and come back right afterwards. I would post it, but the music is under copyright, so I can't really do anything about that. Now before I give my opinion on this, I just want you guys to know where I'm coming from. I love this franchise. I don't particularly love what they did with Breakpoint, but I love the fact that they fixed most of the things that were not working. And in the end of the day, I'm still one of the few channels that still cover the game. Even though I'm not expecting to grow my channel with it, I honestly do it because I love the game, the franchise, and I love to create content for it. So when I say I don't agree with something, don't misjudge me being a hater, because I'm not, I'm a lover actually, which sounded a little bit wrong, but I do have a good grasp on what people on the community like, what they dislike, and what they were expecting. And this, my friends, this is far from it. Right then, what exactly is Ghost Recon Frontline? And I'm just going to translate pretty much what they said in the livestream. So Ghost Recon Frontline is a new installment for the franchise, and watch this, no single player. This is a brand new installment in a franchise that is known by their single player campaigns and more recently by their open world games. And for their next game, the game which main purpose will be to revive the series just in the same way that Battlefield 2042 revived the Battlefield series, and they thought that the best way to do it will be with a 100 player multiplayer game in which, according to them, the player chooses how it wants to win. And we are going to talk about those different choices later on in the video, because in the end of the day it took them a full 6 minutes of explaining, and to be honest I still don't know that much about the game. I'm still pretty confused. Now you start off by choosing a contractor and a game mode. Contractors are pretty much classes, and they are generated from a pool of various nationalities, military origins, looks and classes, and by taking a good look at these so-called contractors, they look nothing, like absolutely nothing like any military I know, and if you take a better look still, you will see they're all rescanned from Ghost Recon Breakpoint. What we are watching right now is in fact Ghost Recon Breakpoint in a first-person view. They use exactly the same assets besides a couple different buildings and a couple different trees and biomes, but besides that, the rest of it is literally copy-pasted from the game. It's the exact same weapons and attachments, the exact clothing and gear options, the exact same characters. Everything is the same. That's how lazy they were designing this game, which by the way took them a full 3 years to do. Now each of those contractors have their own specializations, loadouts and weapons, and according to Ubisoft they fit different tactical roles. Progression comes from improving your expertise with different weapons, completing objectives, and unlocking new recruits for your team. And I honestly still don't know what they mean with this, so I progress by improving my expertise with different weapons. Does that mean I need to get kills with different weapons to level up, or is it also by completing objectives? Most likely both of them, but then they say you unlock recruits for your team by doing this. Now this being a multiplayer game, I'm guessing these recruits are different classes you can unlock. That's the only way I see it rolling, or maybe just bots, I don't know. Unfortunately, I have to guess everything because they did not explain it correctly. Now as far as classes or contractors go, they showed us 3, but more are going to be added during seasonal updates. First off, you have the Assault, which is seen using an M4 type weapon, so I'm guessing this class uses assault rifles and can also be seen throwing a frag grenade. After that we have the Support, which can deploy a shield right out of a laser that he's holding with his hands. Cannot blame Ubisoft on this one, this is military realism at its finest. And you can also deploy a minigun turret, which I guess it's fine. I mean, seems a lot more useful than a random cover in the middle of the map. After that we have the scout, which is seen here dropping in a turret right into the middle of the game. Now if you ask me, that seems like a good place to get shot pretty fast, so I don't know what they were thinking when creating these specializations, because from a gameplay standpoint no one is ever going to use them. He also shown revealing some nearby targets, so pretty much wall hacks, and well, I gotta be honest, I cannot wait to play this game, and everyone is going to be using the same class. Now as far as game mode goes, they talked about Expedition, which is going to be their flagship game mode. So the premise is simple. 3-man squads are dropped in the island of Drakemore, where you pretty much have to find crucial intel across the landscape, which obviously looks a lot like Aurora from Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Now keep in mind, other players will go after the intel as well. Now what they did not explain that is whether everyone has the same intel objective, which I can see being a little bit chaotic. I mean, 100 players after the same thing, not the best design approach. So once again, I'm just guessing there are like 10 or 15 different intels around the island, and people are going to have to fight for them. Once you do get the intel though, you gotta call in a helicopter to get out of the island. Once you do call for that extraction, everyone will be able to see it, and hopefully that will create some intense fighting moments which we all appreciate and enjoy. If they kill you before you extract, they can steal your stuff and use it for your own. After that, the guy said the way you play this is entirely up to you, but really the only way I see this pan out is either you go for the intel and get out, or you wait for another team to get the intel, you kill that team, and then you get out yourself. So not a lot of variety here. We do see some vehicles and some helicopters, so hopefully those work well and actually give some variety into the gameplay. Now there's also some more casual game modes in smaller maps, so you can try your loadout and whatnot. But dude, I'll be honest, the idea of the game is not bad. I love this type of games. I'm a big fan of battle royales and just generally games with a lot of people inside them, where everyone fights for the same objective. They are fun, they provide the best teamwork, where the stakes are high, and you get those dopamine effects all the way up. You know, it's like when you play Warzone or PUBG, those intense moments, you know, the stress, it is great, and no other games can match those intensities. But those are different games, and I honestly don't think this game is doing anything different. Now I might be wrong, yeah, I'll be honest, I'm hyped a little bit to try this out. I've signed in for the closed beta and I might just have a really good time. But when I think about it, you know, when I really think about it, the why am I signing in? And once push comes to shove, I'm only doing it because I love the Ghost Recon franchise. That's it. It's because there is Ghost Recon written on the cover. If this was a different IP, I probably would not look two ways around it, because the game just looks old, man. This looks like a free-to-play game. The gunplay seems terrible, just horrible. The UI is so cluttered and everything just looks outdated. This honestly looks like a free-to-play game and not the next installment of the once great Ghost Recon franchise. Now besides the new game, they also introduced us to the Ghost Recon Legacy, which is to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the franchise, and the big surprise with Legacy is, well, the ability to play the first Ghost Recon game for free and a DLC for Ghost Recon Wildlands. That's the entire celebration of the 20th anniversary. That's it, man, that's all we got. The only thing I actually really loved and was hyped about was the new DLC, Operation Motherland, that is coming out for Ghost Recon Breakpoint, in which Bowman from Ghost Recon Wildlands is returning, and it does look pretty good, but other than that, man, I have been very underwhelmed, but hey, I'm going to give this game a chance. I'm going to play it and give my honest opinion on it, and hopefully I'm wrong and it just blows me out of the water. I really hope so, but I don't think that's going to be the case. But guys, this was not the kind of video I was expecting to make. As some of you know, I was mad when I watched that stream, dude. All of us were, and I'm sorry for not being the normal Custer play, as you guys know, but I can't just put on a YouTuber mask and be happy and pretend I'm super hyped about something that I'm not super hyped about. But this, my dudes, is a good opportunity for us to speak up, even though the like counter says it all already. The community is not happy whatsoever, but this is it for today. Not the best of days for the franchise, not at all, but hey, let's take this with a grain of salt. And no, I'm not getting paid to say this, but the truth is, you know, if this sucks, we don't play it. There's plenty of other games there, and if it's good, we give it a go. But as far as a good follow-up for the Ghost Recon franchise, I think they missed their mark. And not only that, but I think the game is 3 years late. I really do. But that's it for today, guys. Definitely let me know what you think of the new game in the comment section below. And with that said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, have a good one. CUSTER Play signing out.